do you think? Good place for the bike shed of Tenerife? Good morning from Tenerife. Today we are doing, well, we're going to do storm dodging actually today, because yesterday there were some really bad storms almost everywhere else on the island apart from specifically where we are. So although it looks sunny here, I think actually 4 people sadly died at sea yesterday. There were videos of ferries, looked like they're almost about to capsize, all of the food falling out of the kitchens, roofs being blown off buildings. It's been completely crazy. I think today it's coming to an end, so we're going to stick to the south of the island. We're going to go near the coast to somewhere that I don't think we've ever been before, so we'll do a bit of exploring. The weather is, well, at least here anyway, absolutely glorious. So we're going to head off, panniers packed up, let's hit the road. Let's do a gear for the day right at the start. It's been a little while since I've done this. Right, American company, Daytona low profile helmet. Be honest, it's only DOT, Department of Transport, US approved for safety. It is not the highest standard of ECE safety, so probably shouldn't recommend it, but I like this because it's a low profile helmet and it does look like it's one of the best fitting, best shaped open face helmets that I've tried. Throttlesnake gloves. Wear these a lot. German company. They won't win any safety awards, but they look so good and they give a real weathered look, and they're just easy to get on and off. No buckles or anything like that. I am a fan of those. Italian made. Sunglasses specifically designed for motorcyclists, and great thing about these, they don't break. It doesn't matter how tight a helmet you wear. These will not distort, they will not break. They're incredibly hard wearing with what I got in Ipswich when we were back in the UK. I'm so happy with this. I took the thermal lining out. Belstaff Brooklands jacket, and yeah, I just love it so much. You start to notice all of the beautiful design features everywhere on it. It is just a stunningly good quality jacket. I know there are a lot, but if, like me, you're a fan of going onto eBay, checking out some second-hand stuff, you can actually get a bargain for one of these, maybe £250 on eBay, second-hand. They're jackets for life, so you can get a good value one of these used. So I'd recommend that as well. You'll notice, new channel sponsor, Hood Jeans, British company. They do 2 styles of jeans. SK11s, which are these, the slim fit, or the K7, which is the traditional fit pair of jeans. Safety is above all else for Hood jeans. So these are the highest safety rated jeans you can possibly get. AAA rated. That's how the SK11s look. And honestly, if there's a higher rating than AAA rated, these would probably hit that as well, because they are well beyond the AAA rating requirements. With TCX X-Blend Boots. I've had these 2 years now. I wear them a huge amount. They are still absolutely perfect, and I honestly think they'll last a lifetime, if not at least 10 years. Brilliant pair of hard-wearing boots, and of course the bike with the Hepcombe panniers, quad lock attached there. I've just kicked a fairly big stone into the side of the Fiat, and the lights that I love so much. It's okay. Everything else now is on order back in the UK, so front lights, mirrors, everything will be there when we're back in the UK. Let's hit the road. I hope you can pick that up, Monica, on the camera. because that is the lowest lying snow on the mountains up to Teide, the volcano, that we've seen in 6 months here. That is significantly low lying snow right there ahead of us. And so what you've got is a huge downfall of snow on El Teide. I wouldn't be surprised actually if they've closed the roads, because they do not grit roads here ever. All they'll do in Tenerife is close the roads on the mountains. Road gritting, putting salt on the roads, doesn't exist here. So that's low-lying snow. North of the island, you've had a huge storm that's been battering the coast and ripping ceilings off buildings, and here we're back in paradise again. I have never been anywhere where you've got so many extreme microclimates all within the space of what feels like 40, 50 kilometers or something. It is absolutely crazy. Everything going on with Russia, even Tenerife, the prices have gone up. I remember when we got here, it was 109 euros or 109 cents a litre for fuel, and now 138. So that's 109 to 138 in the 6 months we've been here. I mean, I've heard places, I think Monica said in Lithuania, it's now over 2 euros a litre for fuel, so can't complain too much. We've been riding for about 15 minutes and we'll put the exploring on hold because we're both hungry. So we're off to Palma to eat and then exploring after. This is, I don't think we've ever stopped here before, like an old church, abandoned Finca. Should we go in? Okay. Let's have a look. Monica looks uneasy, but... Wow, look at this place. It's got an old church there. Shall I take the camera, Monica?
Yes.
I'll take the camera for you. It's like an old abandoned Finca or something. Don't know if anyone's living here, but let's have a look. So right behind this volcanic landscape, a few different doors there. I won't go too close because people may actually be living in there. And then they look semi-lived in over there. Everything else fairly abandoned, with I think that would be the old church, all bricked up but kind of semi-painted in yellow. These buildings ahead of me, they borderline look like they could be lived in, but everything now is just a shell and people have been drinking, but everything else completely gone. Oh, but look at these, I love this. Looks like this was an old bar area with the barrels there and a little roof, but that looks possibly like it's actually been burnt out. But what a beautiful place this would have been, with cacti all around, stinking heat of this area, which is in Palma. And then these must be the old loos, I guess. Yep, old loos and or, yeah, there's the old loo, wow. With a semi-burnt out looking roof. Okay, now I'm really starving. We'll get over to get some food. Monica often doesn't like coming to these little places because quite often these kind of places, you do have people who turn them into their own homes and genuinely actually have kind of turned a ruin into a place that they live, because there are a lot of abandoned old buildings, and fairly often you will see, well, I don't know what they are, I don't know if you class them as hippies or what, but people actually living them and reusing them as a home for themselves. And also often quite a few lizards that Monica absolutely hates too. It's like something from the Wild West, isn't it? A proper ranch there, cacti everywhere, old barrels there, and look at this. I love the old school sign. Right behind a cacti, all overgrown, Dorado Cerveza from 1939. Such a great spot, isn't it? Don't know how long it's been closed for, but it's a shame. It's a great spot. Probably been here for about 15 minutes, and actually it was Monica that said this would be a great place for a kind of bike shed, biker hangout, bar, coffee shop, food, all the bikes park in this area with this. Keep this entrance exactly the same. It's so cool. I'll show you this, come here, because Dorada is a proper Tenerife beer. This is Dorada, the local beer. Look, Dorada Cerveza from 1939. Started World War II, it started. But look at the logo of it. That's El Teide in the background there, and then the dragon tree of Icod de los Vinos right in front of it. It really is a proper local beer from Tenerife. This is a great place. We've been a few times. I'll just get some of this homemade chili. And it's a kind of health food, not just vegetarian, it's actually all types of health food. They got fresh fruit and veg in there. In Palma, which is one of the up and coming touristy spots, about 15 minutes from the main touristy area, and the food is so good. These are tofu tacos, tofu avocado tacos. Oh, it tastes so good. And homemade chili, they actually make everything right there, and I absolutely love this place. We've literally moved next door, so Frutopia, where we just had lunch, and now Cafeteria Trigo, which is right next door, and I'll include all the details in the written description, but this looks brilliant. Apple cake from here, and it can be a bit hit and miss actually with coffees in Tenerife, but this looks like a very good cappuccino as well. So, do you know what I just realised actually, Monica? We are the most pathetic. I like to think of myself as an adventurer. You know, all that's happened today, we have travelled 5 miles down the road, stopped at an abandoned church and just eaten for almost the entire video. There's been no exploring at all. We're literally 5 miles away from where we actually spend our time. Monica has about 15 flies literally sitting on her now. Oh. And I've just lost my napkins, 1 second. Okay, right. We'll tuck into these before they start melting because it's warm today, but if you're in Tenerife or if you're planning on coming, on the 17th of April, there is the Volcano Hunt that's brought to you by Easy Rider Tenerife, the motorcycle rental company. And basically you need to register online, and I'll include the details in the written description. And it's a huge motorcycle get-together, ride out around the island. And then there are competitions and prizes for each best category award. So I'm actually, you may laugh, I'm actually the judge of the best classic of the day. So I may not be famous for my immaculately kept bikes, however, I'm going to be the judge, so I'll have my sensible hat on the day, and I cannot wait. A little bit nervous, but I can't wait for it. So Monica and I'm hoping I'll get Monica on the back, we'll go for a nice ride. At the end of it, I get to pick the best classic of the day. I will be in my element. I'm so excited to be there, and it's the first ever one. So 17th of April, if you're in Tenerife, sign up for that. It should be a really good day. And Monica's just forced me to tell the truth here. I spend half my life trying to eat healthily, and then the rest of it tucking in quite happy to 2 apple cakes. It's pathetic. Literally just eating at a health food place, and I'm just gorging 2 apple cakes. Completely eliminates all of the healthy eating that I do. So good. Well, that is the road we need to go down. And we're somewhere we've never been, in a complete kind of maze of different banana plantations. And interestingly, we were going past a banana plantation, and you see the destruction from the wind. All of the sides of these had been blown down, and we saw inside a huge amount of trees had actually been blown down from the winds yesterday. So the sea's there. We're probably about 600 meters away, but we can't get there because the road's been blocked off. So we'll have to go all the way round again and hopefully try and find it. See the sea right ahead of us, but it looks like it's only dirt tracks to get there, so we'll do 10 more minutes trying to reach the sea, and after that we'll just accept we're lost. Okay, there should be an off-road track in the corner here for us to lead off to the coast there. Banana plantation's blocking us there, so there's no point getting on right here. So our last chance to find a good track will be right at the corner of this road. Okay, we found it. This network of tracks here will definitely take us in the right direction. Huge amount of different tracks, seen different bike tracks and trails as well, so definitely motorbikes use it. And we just saw a local biker heading off here. So yes, that was on an off-road bike, but the great thing about the Bonneville is it can be absolutely everything. It can be an adventure bike, an enduro bike, and some kind of touring bike as well. I don't know if I'm talking nonsense, but let's head off. Monica, jump on, let's do some off-roading. It's too warm for walking. Jump on. We've never been here before. This is stunning. So I'll include a link of where this is or a description, but this is right on the south coast of Tenerife, in between the touristy area of Adeje and places like that and our area, which is the El Medano area. And we're bang in the middle here on the coast, completely untouristy. Banana plantation, cacti, palm trees dotted along, and then this rocky, rugged coast. And I think I've got a bad cough actually from breathing in so much dust. I think Monica filmed it. There was just such a great shot. An off-road rider on like an enduro bike just whizzing along behind us. Such a nice spot. On the Bonneville, how was it, Monica?
Awful.
So comfortable.
No.
So comfortable. Perfect for two people. Great little off-roading section down here.
I was actually very scared.
Yeah, Monica was petrified. We almost fell once, but luckily Monica managed to dive off.
I'm walking back.
Should we try and get down to the coast?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, let's get down to the coast. Okay, we made it. Well, we made it to the coast. I will definitely put an exact spot of where this is because I've just seen there's an amazing looking walk all the way along the coast to an old lighthouse along there. It's just, we've already been going for about 3 hours and wearing this gear, maybe we'll come back in lighter gear, but that route, that walk along there looks absolutely stunning. So I'll include all of the details for that. We'll relax here for a little bit. I'll get my breath back. Thank you so much for coming along with us today. Please do give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.